Well, that was exciting. I came in here to my room here at Fairfax House to make a video about all the things that have happened to me. I've been staying here for the last 7 days, and I suddenly started hearing walking above me, and I'm the only guest here, and I'm checking out today. Debbie is next door to me, cleaning the room that's next door. There is no one upstairs, and I heard somebody walking, so we just now ran straight up there, and there is no one up there. And room 4 made all the hair on the back of my neck stand up and on my head. I don't know what it is about room 4. Anyway, whew, I just had to get my breath. I just told you what happened upstairs. I'm running up the stairs, I had to get my breath, but Debbie has just informed me that all the internet is out in the town of Franklin, so I can't post this when I'm done. But I'll try to post it when I get done tonight. I'm headed up to Opelousas for the investigation with LA Spirits at the Delta Grand. So Debbie, I had a talk at breakfast this morning with Debbie, the owner, and I told her some of the things that have happened to me while I've been staying here for the past 7 days. So she asked me to make a video recounting, what's happened. So I've been making a list on my phone of all the things that have happened. The second night I was here, it was about 2 a.m. and from out front, because I'm in room 1, so I'm in the front. There's a brick walk, and it sounded like someone had a pile of iron rods or rebar, and it just crashed to the ground. It was so loud, and it was 2 in the morning, and I did not get out to look. I was a little too frightened for that. That scared me. There's been a few small things go on, but we've had guests in and out here. So, with a big house like this, built in 1852, you can't sneak around this house. So there are noises, and it's an old house too. So you have to take that into account. Well, last night, the gentleman that was in the room next to me, he checked out. He finished his work. He was a tradesperson, so he just left to go back home to Baton Rouge. So I was here in the old part of the house all night by myself. About 9 p.m., I came in here to get a shower. I did that. I called my husband. I just talked to him for a few minutes and just checking in. And I hung up with him at 9:45. And at 9:47, I know because anytime anything happens, I always look at the time on my phone. I heard noises above me, and it sounded like chairs being drug around. It sounded like some light footsteps, and it happened at 9:47, at 9:48, and then at 9:55, I clearly heard the sound of footsteps going from one side to the other. Debbie and her family are in their private apartments that are separate from this old section. They're in the back. They've gone to bed. I'm the only one that's here. So I had to steel myself, and I came out. I went right upstairs, and I went right into room 3. Room 3 is above me. I walked the whole room. I looked at everything. I looked under the bed. I looked under the porch. Nobody. Or looked on the porch. Nobody's up there. So I came out of 3, and I said, well, let me walk around. Let me check the rooms. I didn't really feel anything. 5 is kind of cold. One of the owners had mentioned to me that 5 is cold, but I think that's an HVAC issue. I don't think it's a paranormal issue. I didn't feel anything in there. But it's a whole other story when I went into 4. When I went into 4, there was a part of me that almost felt like, oh, I don't belong there. And I felt a presence in there. They kind of, I want to say they kind of hid their identity from me a little bit. I couldn't really I just picked up on their energy. And the way that I feel the energy in this house is it goes up the back of my spine, cold, very cold, and it just gives me a shudder all over my body. So I went up there, I talked to it, I said, I just want to have a peaceful night. I come in, you know, I'm not here to harm you in any way. And I said a couple of prayers and I walked back downstairs. I'm not gonna lie, whatever's in room 4 made the hair stand up on my head. This morning when I heard that noise upstairs and we both ran up there, while we were up there, we were checking out room 4. And when I was in there, the hair on the back of my neck was just standing straight up. I was out there in the hallway in front of the door. I mean, it was very strong this morning. So anyway, I came back downstairs last night and I'm gonna try to get some sleep because today I'm going to an event in Opelousas. So I get in bed, I go to sleep. For some reason, I woke up about 1 o'clock in the morning, not sure why. I'm laying there and, excuse me, I start reading my Kindle to try to help me fall asleep. And 1:15, I have my door closed here, 1:15 from out in the hallway, distinctly, like no question, I hear a man's voice in the hallway. And it made this noise like a moan, like that. And it did it 3 times. And I heard footsteps out there and the floor popped in front of my door, like the weight of someone stepping on it. And I'll be honest, I was too scared to go outside and look. I was just too scared. So somehow I managed to fall back asleep. And at 5 o'clock this morning, well, let me just say this. Last night, I had the craziest dreams. I'm kind of tired this morning because I had very vivid dreams that just wore me out last night. I had a dream that I was trying to hide from someone and they kept trying to find me and I was hiding and they were trying to find me. And that went on all night. So about 5 o'clock this morning, again, I'm the only person in the old section of the house. I had my back to the door and I heard the sound of woman's footsteps, little heels, like a little person with heeled shoes, very light, just right, and it walked right up to the side of my bed. And I was kind of in that in-between, half dream, half awake, but I was conscious enough to acknowledge the footsteps, but I didn't have any fear for whatever reason. And I rolled over and I opened my eyes, and when I did, I saw a shadow zip past the wall and go out through that door. Now, Debbie mentioned to me this morning at breakfast that she had heard very clearly a thump in the kitchen, and she thought that I was awake. So she came out to check, and I was still in here. My door was still closed. I wasn't awake. And not too long after that, her father heard the thump, and he said to her, "Is the guest up?" And she said, "I don't know, let me check." And I wasn't up yet. So I've heard those like randomly here, but I just thought maybe it was the house settling. I don't know. So I'm gonna be heading out in a few minutes to head up to Opelousas for the investigation at the Delta Grand tonight, dinner and investigation. I'm really excited about that. So I'm gonna bring my GoPro, and I hope we get lots of good evidence. But seriously, check out the Fairfax House. I mean, there is activity here. And I've experienced it pretty much all over the house. But just definitely check it out. It's a beautiful place to stay. It's very comfortable. The owners are wonderful people. They're very open-minded to the paranormal. So, you know, definitely check it out. It's a great place. I've been here 3 times, and I'm gonna come back next year for the Cajun Paracon. So, but anyway, have a great day. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos. It's very much appreciated. I'm an amateur filmmaker, so thank you so much, and on to the next.